The chopper.
Everybody know, man. You hear, you watch it, you know what the talk about. You know what I'm saying?
The chopper.
One of them, like a Ritz, like a nice Ritz.
Yeah. Like a nice
Ritz. The chopper.
Hello, everybody. It's your boy, Coach Lee. Happy Taco Tuesday to you. Hope you had a great day, because I know your boy did, most definitely. But welcome to the Chickity Chopper. We're back at it like we're mad at it. As always, got a great show and lined up for everybody. Hope you jump in the comments, do your damn thing, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and all the above. But let's get the crew up in here right off the bat. Got a three-man team tonight, but it's a different three-man team. But let's get the first guy up in here, my brother from the Northeast. They call him William in some places. We call him Chill Will. Let's get him up in here, man. How you doing, brother?
Bam, 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 bam. What's the word?
How you doing?
Music. I'm over here. How are we doing today?
Chilling like a mad villain, bro. Chilling like a mad villain.
I'm over here looking for an extra special bracket.
Extra
nice.
special, a super bracket.
Something that makes sense and that's fun.
Well, man, Chop Up as always. Got a great thing planned for everybody tonight. Got a couple of fire topics right off the bat. Let's get the presenter of the first topic in here. It's been a long time coming, but he's chilling with your boys as always. Let's get the parlay member number 4 up in this bad boy. Let's get him in here. He's just Jake tonight. What's happening, man?
What's going on? And hey, that's my shtick. Chilling like a villain's my shtick. What are you doing?
I got some.
Shut up, Jake the Flake. It's Jake the Flake.
I got something for you, Jake. You still
What's
the man,
that?
right? You still the man,
Absolutely. Right? Absolutely.
The man. You have to be the man.
Limousine riding, gator wearing. That's my dog.
So how y'all days been, man, so far?
Boring, annoying. Need more work, but it be like that.
If it means anything, we got some clouds looking like some possible snow might be here in our way. It look kind of funky today.
Don't panic.
Snow getting 23. Shut the whole city down.
How much I get? 2 inches.
Real. You gotta do, all Texas got to do is get a little bit of frozen rain, and everyone's freaking out.
Yeah, shut it down, man. We already drive crazy as F. That makes it even worse, man. So, I know y'all probably had some pretty good intel about this first topic tonight. Somebody sold it to us last week, and when he told us about it, I'm like, you come with some fire like that, you gotta make sure you have your behind on here tonight. Yep. And he blessed us with his presence.
Look at him showing up.
Hey, as soon as I had mentioned it, because I had said it, I'd pop backstage on my way to work and just, doing my normal, just, hey, what's up? Great show, fellas. I always got to show my face, even if I'm not on the show, just because I like talking to you and saying hi and catching up. And then I happened to bring this up, and Coach was like, you can't say that and then not come next week and not deliver, Jake. If you do, I'm going to be highly disappointed. So I can't disappoint the coach. I got to be here.
Well, we appreciate it, man. Well, I guess I will let you introduce your. Well, first of all, we got. Let me see. We got here.
Okay.
All right. Get
right.
Hey, Mama Renee, how you doing?
Hey,
how we doing? Yeah, good old. Yeah, we got a little bit of a darker conspiracy type topic to start the podcast off today. So, anyone that knows me the best knows that I'm a huge music buff, and this topic comes from me having a weird compulsive love for the Doors at the moment. There's one exclusive club that a lot of people would not want to be part of, known as the 27 Club.
Yep.
What do you two know about the 27 Club, and do you guys know who the Big Six are?
I don't know who the Big Six is, but I'm familiar with it as far as the famous musicians that we have lost at the age of 27.
I know at least 4 of them.
Correct. The big Will, if you want to take a stab at the Big Six, I'll go ahead and mention the last 2 that are part of the club if you'd like to mention them.
So you got Jimi Hendrix, Kurt Cobain.
Yes.
Jimi Hendrix, Kurt Cobain, Brian Jones. I don't know if Winehouse is in the Big Six, but she's part of it.
She is.
Okay, Winehouse. And yeah, that's my 4. I think the final 2. I remember when we said these, I was like, oh, I didn't even know.
I had mentioned the Doors for a reason because
Jim Morrison, Morrison was the other,
in order, it's Brian Jones, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin.
I knew that one too.
Jim Morrison, Kurt Cobain, and then the most recent one that to be added to the Big Six, Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
All 6 of these individuals were part of the music industry and all died at the early age of 27 by either drug overdoses or drug-related issues and or suicide. Rough. And there's a huge conspiracy around these deaths or whatever they may be.
I don't know about one of those ruled as suicide.
Huh?
Yeah, the Kurt one might not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kurt.
Did you guys actually? I looked into that a little bit just because I was trying to look into some of their deaths and see if there was anything odd going on right before they had happened or whatever. And Kurt Cobain had left his. I'm trying to use the word so we don't get monetized here, but he had left a certain note that you leave when you are about to pass on. And he had made it to his childhood imaginary friend, Buddha. And pretty much was, I'm out of here. I'm done. I've got nothing left to do. And he had taken his own life and moved on to the other side.
It's controversy about that letter, though.
Yes, that letter has a lot around it. I don't have any kind of article or a picture of the letter behind, but yeah, no. Each one of these individuals, I'd say except for I didn't really look too far and delve too deep into Janis Joplin's death, but everyone else either seemed to have some kind of a mental struggle going on,
or Joplin had some issues,
or they were just way too deep into drugs. Like Amy Winehouse was just a straight alcoholic, and her alcoholism killed her.
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix died from not being able to breathe from his own vomit. Jim Morrison had, I believe, was just way too drugged up, and he ended up taking some heroin that he wasn't supposed to take, and it ended up taking his life while he was in the bathtub. And honestly, here is where the conspiracy theory comes. For those early ones, there was this really high-powered heroin that people were not supposed to be taking, and Jimmy, Janis, and Jim all apparently had been in contact with the same kind of heroin, and it had all taken their lives.
Yeah, it sounds like fentanyl to me.
It does. Early forms of it, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fentanyl been around for years, like 70s. It just became more prevalent now.
Not to jump over this because I do want to get your guys' self opinions on some of these. Did you guys know, and I just found this out today when I was just trying to find some random stuff to just throw into the topic. Did you know that they had made a comic of the 27 Club?
I did not. That seems
someone had made a comic of the Big Six coming back from heaven to help save the world with the help of I think it was Keith Richards.
Richards. Yeah, that makes sense. He'd be the leader of the dead because he's already a corpse.
Yes. So that it's not dark. It's still dark a little bit because you're still talking about the dead, but the Big Six come from heaven to help save the world with being led by Keith Richards, which I thought was ironic.
Richards of all people.
Of
Yes.
all people.
I
Yeah, when
love
you
you,
said
boy.
comic book, I automatically went to like Todd McFarlane. My figurines.
Now, again, the 27 Club is also just the, it's not just the big six. This list was really big, and there's already a 1996 add into this. I'm not sure who he is. I believe he's a Japanese or no, it was Nigerian. Nigerian either.
How'd you mix those two up?
But it was an accident. Because the one from 1995 was Japanese. That's why I mixed it up.
Okay, makes sense.
But yeah, it was 1996. It was a Nigerian. He was either a rapper or a YouTuber, and the list just keeps on growing. And this list is not just for musicians; it's for famous people in general. You have athletes on there. You have movie stars. You have painters, musicians, obviously, and it's just the weird phenomenon of going to the age of 27. And as soon as you get there, something wild happens. And sadly, today, the 27 Club is starting to turn into the 21 Club. If anyone's noticed that there are a lot of younger rappers who are just starting to hit fame that are dying at the age of 21 now. So the 27 Club, as famous as it is hopefully not going to get taken over by the 21 Club. But right now, there's a lot of just younger people in the world not making either the smartest of choices or just having the really bad luck with that. So, but there's that just from, I believe I sent this link, didn't I, Coach?
Yes.
These are just some of the people that are also part of the 27 Club that are not part of the Big Six. And again, you're going to see musicians, painters, and like all sorts. I didn't really plan out this topic too much besides to go after opinions and then give a few of the conspiracies that I had happened to find. And these were just some of the people that I picked from and saw while I had picked the article up. So that's pretty much my gist of it. If you guys have anything that you'd like to add to it, by all means, go for it.
Well, I know this first one here that's on here, this Robert Johnson character.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Netflix or YouTube or something. I saw like a documentary on his life and how he, ended up finally, he passed away obviously at the age of 27, but there's a lot of folklore saying that, part of his fame and him getting where from, because he's out of the Mississippi Delta, if I'm not mistaken. How he made a pact with the devil. And
I heard about that, yeah.
That's when the devil came back and claimed him. If I'm not mistaken, didn't he like disappear or something like that?
I'm not sure. That sounds crazy though.
Weird. But they say he died from strychnine poisoning and pneumonia.
He's buried in an unmarked grave?
Yep. In Mississippi.
See, and back in those times, it was really easy to die of illness and sickness because medicine was nowhere near where it was today. You could die by a common cold back then if you didn't know how to just do bed rest.
And I'm looking. Yeah. He has some of this music was covered by the Rolling Stones, by Cream. Yeah. Wow.
Well, it's funny, the song that you played on the intro, Smells Like Teen Spirit. It's one of the big reasons it's known is the drums on that record, and that's Dave Grohl, who openly admits that he stole that.
I saw that.
Yeah, he stole that, a lot of his stuff from the black disco bands back in the day.
Really, I did not know that. Interesting.
Oh, and like a lot of them too. He was talking to you could look for it at some point. It's Dave Grohl talking to Pharrell. He's like an interview with Pharrell, and it's a perfect person to have that conversation with because Pharrell knows music up and down. He knows all types of music. Right. He's that type of guy. And when he said it, the minute that he said the bands that he took it from, Pharrell was like, "Holy shit!" And then he realized, then they played the clip, and you could see. Yeah, he basically he was taking. But to Dave Grohl's credit, he told a couple of the people that he did that with that, you were my inspiration for this, or I just kind of took it and ran with it.
And it's kind of ironic because in that same video, I thought Dave Grohl was like, "I'm not that great at the drums. I'm literally ripping
No,
off."
that's how he started off the whole comment. He's like, I'm not that great at drums. He's like, the people before me were great. He was like, I just knew what was catchy.
Got inspiration from them.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, at least he admits it. That's all you got to do. What was that? Who's next? Oh yeah, Brian Jones. This is like one of the bigger ones because it's
he's the one that started it. He's the one that started the Big Six.
Yeah, so it's Rolling Stones. That's huge. So yeah, he was one of their original members, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, he was either the lead singer or the guitar player, right, Will?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe the guitar player. Because I believe he got replaced by who did replace it? Was it Mick? It might have been Mick.
Mick Jagger would be the lead singer.
Yeah, I think he replaced him.
A mixture of alcohol and drugs, and then he dove into a swimming pool.
Yeah, he died in his own pool.
About to say his wife or his girlfriend had found him in a swimming pool and apparently had a pulse when they got him out, but was pronounced dead.
Wow.
Extremely talented too. Alan Wilson, huh? Who's that?
Can Heat.
I know nothing about them.
They made a crowning appearance in the Woodstock in '69.
Oh, they were huge. Those are the biggest Woodstocks.
The guitarist Al Wilson was a trouble man. His body was found in the Heights yard on September 3rd, 1970. His hands were crossed over his chest. There was a bottle of the barbiturate Seconal by his side. He was officially given as an accidental overdose of barbiturates.
He punched his own ticket, it seems like.
Yeah, but the drummer Fido De La Parra has said he believes Wilson committed suicide. Wow.
Yeah, it's rough. Jimmy.
Jimmy. Oh, you know what I was thinking? I remember they said the headband that he used to wear. Acid tabs up there.
Yeah, that's
nice.
So they had the same story about Sid Barrett, who started Pink Floyd, that he used to crush up these pills and put them in this dark hair gel that he had, and he would just put so much of it in his hair, and as he sweat during the show, it would start to drip down his face, and it was like acid too. So like on top of it looking like he was melting, he was feeling like he was melting. Inside of his, he was going nuts.
So you got this one. So between two of the Big Six, there are two of them that hit a little bit more home to me because my dad played a lot of the music as a kid. Now I probably shouldn't have been listening to so much of the Doors when I was that young, but I was. But my dad had introduced me to Jimi Hendrix, and I found out a lot of neat things about Jimmy. And it's kind of like I said, you just think about it. You look at some of these artists, and you see just how much talent they had and how big of a discography that they have out there in the world. And just to think that they were just 27 years old when this happened. And Jimmy was so innovative too. For anybody that doesn't know within the crowd, which I'm sure this is a very known fact by now, they didn't have right-handed guitars back in the day.
Yeah, he had to play.
He flipped his guitar and restrung it and played a right-handed guitar left-handed. Flipped it so he could play it correctly. I mean, he's just so smart, so innovative, and so big in the music industry.
For people who don't understand the guitar, that means everything is upside down in terms of chords, and you have to do it all backwards to get the sound that you're looking for. Like, it's not just I cut you off because I didn't want you to just gloss over that. Like, that's crazy. That doesn't make any sense. Like, that's like
to further off of mine and then to continue Will's, that just shows the immense talent that this guy had with the guitar. And just the plethora of songs this guy did, and he's still very popular in pop culture today, just from everything he did with, Watchtower, Voodoo Child, and there's some other stuff that's just. His music was great,
and then also one of his biggest moments is when he played the Star Spangled Banner on his guitar, and like he was doing things that no one had ever even thought to do. Like he played the song, but also he made the guitar make sound effects. Like he had at one point, it sounded like a machine gun because he was protesting the war. He was just doing some outrageous shit that no one else was thinking of, let alone doing.
And when it comes down to another topic that I might eventually bring onto the chop up later on down the line, when I talk about you need to make a 4-piece band and you need to have one singer, one guitarist, one bassist, and one drummer, Jimmy is definitely my guitarist to pick.
Yeah, he's the GOAT.
Did you know that he part of his journey, he played with Little Richard?
That's epic.
Yeah.
But much of his early success was with the Osley Brothers.
Oh, that makes sense.
And if I'm not mistaken, I forgot which Osley brother, but the one that plays the guitar, he's left-handed as well.
Oh.
And it's kind of like under that Jimmy tree of guitar.
Yeah.
Nice. You know, that Little Richard bit of information I didn't know about. I love that because I was huge into Little Richard and finding out about his invention of the vocal woos and everything. Little Richard was the man.
And I think they actually have, if I can find it.
By the way, if anyone didn't know, Little Richard's still alive and kicking. He's the man.
Yeah.
So let me show this real fast with y'all. Because I just love this part of the, his perspective. This is Jimmy right here.
Damn.
Yeah, he went the right route, even though it killed him. Because his hair was not doing it, bro. Come on, man. That is full-blown whitewashing right there. I ain't never seen reverse cultural appropriation like that. That's wild.
But it was like that in the 60s, Will. I didn't even know.
Nah,
I did not know that the African community could even have hair like that until I looked back and saw.
You gotta straighten it, bro. You got some relaxing up in that bitch. Straighten that motherfucker.
I don't have it in pitch. My early 20s, man. I had my hair was flat iron. I had a ponytail.
Yeah. A pimp named Slickback.
That's probably why I don't have any hair now. Putting the relaxers in it.
Yeah, my aunt just texted me, yo, Jimmy looks Dominican in that bitch.
He did.
Orale. Oh yeah. That's crazy.
Man. Will, if you wouldn't mind, since I didn't do too much research on it, you want to take over Janice?
If you can make that bigger for me, coach, so I can read it. She had a bunch of hits. Janice was a rebel with the cause. I don't know. So she says she returned to her hotel room in Hollywood after her last recording session as she sang in A Woman Left Lonely, one of the last songs she sang. She knew that her boyfriend was taking her for granted at around 1 a.m. on October 4th, 1970. She got her heroin kit out and injected a vein in her left arm. Then she went to the cigarette machine in the hotel lobby, returning to her room with a pack. She closed the door, started to undress, reached to put her packet on the nightstand. As she did, she keeled over, hitting her face on the table as she fell to the floor, where she was found dead the next day. Yeah, that H would get you. Seemed like it was just heroin for her. It looked like it was just an overdose, basically. I don't think she was trying to punch her own ticket. She was just living her life the way she did.
I don't really understand it. I guess I don't understand it just because I'm a normie. I'm just a regular guy. I'm not famous. I'm not into any of the industries or anything. But I don't see the issue with toking a little reefer. If you want to hit a little speed with the cocaine or whatever and have yourself a quick little up, or go and find yourself a downer and do that or anything like that. But why you would go to the next extent of doing heroin when you're this big, you're this famous, and do something so dumb to mess up your life? It doesn't make no sense. This is why, when I was because Will, you know how big of a fan of the band Korn I am. Yeah. I never understood how, you guys get so famous and you're having all this fun and all this success. And then my favorite modern guitarist, and Brian Head Welch, he ended up getting into methamphetamines and almost completely fucking up his life. And it's like, I understand, the rich and famous part, but I don't see why if you're rich, you're famous, you're living the lavishing life, you got the cars, the houses, why you would go to such a hardcore extreme drug that could eventually screw up your own life or eventually lose it. If
It's
you
very
have an
simple.
explanation, because you sound like you have an explanation for
Oh,
it.
it's very simple. It's very simple. First of all, the type of brain that is some of these genius minds,
Like this next one.
there's a reason why. Like part of that genius is torture. Part of knowing or being smart enough to understand how the world works and how messed up that industry is torture. And the other side of it is some people become as great as they are because they seek that thrill. But then you get there, and now what? Like it's the old question: what do you give the man that has everything in the world? That's the problem. They have everything, and yet they're still unhappy about things because money, cars, and fame isn't happiness.
No. So they start
So
pushing it on.
So that whole saying, the money doesn't buy happiness, is true.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like money can make things easier. Freedom, money's freedom. But after you achieve the freedom, then you're looking still for things to make you happy. Yeah, then what? That's why death is important to life. Because if it didn't end, this would all be for nothing. It'd be pointless. It'd be boring.
You just go through the motion. Why achieve anything?
And then some of them it isn't even that deep. Some people it's just they were bored for a time. They tried a drug and they're addictive. They say they're addicted for a reason. They get you hooked. And heroin's supposed to be one of the worst ones in terms of once it gets hooked in you, you're never really the same.
So I knew this about her. I know she was from Port Arthur. And she, some of her first gigs were with blues bands and things like that. But did you know who her high school classmate was?
Oh, I love when these happen. Who was it?
Jimmy Johnson.
She was in there with Jimmy?
Yep.
How about them Cowboys? You found a way to make.
He's always got to do it.
That's cool. Oh man, that's pretty
cool. Unbelievable. Somehow, always get back to the Cowboys.
Always get back to the Cowboys, baby.
Yeah.
Now we got Jim Morrison.
The one that I know either the most about or the second most about between him and Mr. Cobain. One famous Jim Morrison. This is a guy that literally took off and had the best 6 years of his life from age 21 to 27 and then let it all go away. He was this guy is one of the most interesting out of the bunch. His father was a Navy admiral, and he had saw something so traumatic in, I believe it was New Mexico, to where there was an Indian reserve, and there was a horrible accident, and he saw this elder Indian man pretty much just off the side of the road. And from what he believes and what he said, Morrison in an interview, is that this spirit had attached his soul to him and followed him around throughout his career. And whenever he was tripping his balls off, he would see this man. Now, again, that could just be PTSD, but PTSD and then having the acid open your mind and all that stuff. But
I got a hot take.
Go for it.
Jim Morrison, pretty overrated, honestly. The real talent in that band was the keyboardist. I forget his name.
Ray Manzarek.
Yeah, Manzarek is the one who mixed all their shit down. While these motherfuckers went off and partied, he was still in the studio mixing it all down, making it sound like as good as it did. Now, if you want to talk about now, of course, that's not why they blew up. The music was good, but once they blew up, the personality of Jim Morrison took over. He was an unbelievable personality. All the folklores and stories about him are crazy. But in terms of actual pure talent, his voice was okay. It wasn't like when you hear Doors songs, like that's the greatest voice I've ever. Nah, it's like it's a good voice. It's alluring.
No, see that's the crazy thing is that the reason why. So the thing about the Doors, which is why I'm going to go ahead and by any means, anyone that says that they don't like the Doors, they don't think Jim Morrison was all that great or anything like that. It's like I'm going to perfectly accept that because there are two sides of this coin.
Yeah.
You either love the Doors or you don't like the Doors.
I love the Doors.
That's pretty much what it comes down to. That I've met with a lot of people, and if they don't like them, it's because of Jim. If they like him, it's because they're like me. They're weird. But no, Morrison himself was just an odd cat altogether. This guy was an all right student. He ended up floating around between two colleges, one in Florida, then he went to UCLA for film school, dropped out to make music after he had met the keyboardist that Will had mentioned. And they were playing at all the places over in LA between the Whiskey A Go-Go and I forgot what the other one was called. There was another one that was really big out in LA at the time. And they had ended up getting signed, but at the time, because what they were getting their hands on was acid, he was already pretty out there. And when they finally got signed, it furthered when he started making the music. The stories that you get about Morrison, everyone that was around him at the time, especially Ray when he was alive, because Ray passed away about 2 years ago, but they still have two other members in the band that are still alive. And I believe it's John Densmore, and I forgot what the drummer's name was, but they all say, yeah, Jim was that guy, and you didn't know what you were getting. Jim Morrison could be up on the stage, and you just don't know what you'd get from him, which is why you'd see some of his tirades go off, or he'd start just screaming about random stuff. Or I mean, even if there's a song out called "The Soft Parade," and there's the beginning of the song where it's just like you listen to it, and it's almost like you're seeing a guy prophesize something at the beginning of a song, or you see this at a show. It can be very off-putting, especially back in those times in the 60s and 70s where, it was super hippie and you got these people all just trying to party out there, and then you got this guy going on a vocal tirade up on the stage. It can be very like, can you just get
he
to the
got
music?
political with it too. Like he got wild.
Yeah, he's in the top 3 of where this conspiracy thing was at the beginning. So
too many secrets being let out.
Yeah, he had obviously been well into his drug advisory, but there was a concert where he allegedly whipped out his private part.
Oh yeah, no. Apparently he did that multiple times. That was one of his go-to.
But this is the time where it finally did. But no, wait, what this guy did, because he was so anti-war and anti-establishment that the FBI had him on his watch list.
Yeah,
they were waiting in the wings, and cops were constantly waiting just to take him away. Just for one thing, if he sneezed wrong, they were going to take him, and that's why the Doors stopped getting invited to do shows and everything. Well, this final one where he allegedly had whipped his private area out, which there are claims from the band, claims from the bodyguards that said he never actually got it out, and there's no proof for it. He was going to get time, which is why he ended up moving to Paris. During this time when he had gotten to Paris, he had a drug dealer out in Paris who is where he got a hold of that certain heroin that we were talking about earlier. In the final 24 hours of life, he was pretty much walking around Paris with a friend, drinking, but he was not able to walk. He was doing feigning spells. He wasn't able to carry just the simplest of like a grocery bag.
Yeah,
he went upstairs and he had his on again, off again girlfriend, Pamela. I forgot her last name, Corsell or something. Who, oddly enough, a couple years later after Jim died, she died at 27. They had gone upstairs. They were talking, doing drugs, whether it be heroin or lines of coke or tripping on acid. She was ready to go to bed, and Jim said, "I'm ready to go to sleep," or "I'm not ready to go to sleep yet." So he ran him a bath. So he had a bath getting ran, and she went and checked on him one more time. He's just laying in the water. He's good, saying, "I'm fine. I'll be in bed soon." Around 5 a.m., allegedly, from everything that I was reading, is when he had died. She went and checked on him around 6, a little after 6 in the morning, and he was just laying in the tub. And apparently he has said this multiple times of, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna be the next Jimmy and Janice. I'm gonna be the next Gone at 27. So she was like, he had done this before, saying that he was gonna, he was gonna be dead, or he was about to play off dead, and it would be something that he would do is just act like he was gonna die.
Man, documentary.
Pretty much. She had sat in the bathroom for like 30 minutes to wait to see if he moved or would do anything, and he never moved, and she finally had called the cops. Now, this is where it gets crazy with the conspiracy. Apparently, they had all these drugs in the house, and she was flipping out, and before she had called the paramedics, she had called the drug dealer and said, I'm almost 100% positive Jim's dead. What should I do? And the drug dealer told her to flush all the drugs and then call the paramedics.
Yeah, he was. I mean, that's not much of a conspiracy. That seems like a normal reaction for some doped out.
It's a trap.
But that hadn't come out till years later after she had already died.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I said that could be a conspiracy. But in Paris, they don't have to run autopsies, so the cause of Jim Morrison's death was never really figured out. It was just ruled as a heart failure,
which it probably was.
Yes.
I mean, if he's on heroin and liquor, that's a heart problem.
But yeah, they initially they thought that he was still alive because he was in the bath and the bath water was still warm. But what they came to the conclusion of is that the only reason he was warm is because the bath water was still warm. Yeah. And when they got him out, he obviously didn't have a pulse. And Jim Morrison died in 1971, which was the end of that big. There was like a late 60s, early 70s where those three, Jimmy, Janice, and Jim, had all died at the age of 27, which is when they started calling it the 27 Club. And then it was eventually followed by the next man on the list, Kurt Cobain. But if you guys had anything else to add to the Jim part, you guys are more than welcome. Have fun with it. I didn't mean to cover all of it and hog that.
No, you good. It's your segment.
Yeah. It's your segment, bro. Who's this motherfucker?
Ronald McKernan?
From what was he? What band?
Grateful Dead.
Oh, Grateful Dead. Huh? I didn't know about
with
this.
Jerry Garcia and Bob Weir in '64 to form a jug band that developed into the Grateful Dead.
Huh.
Yeah, I fumbled that. I thought Kurt was next on this list. My bad, people.
You're good.
Oh, crazy. Okay.
Fascinating. You weren't even close, huh? No.
I was just thinking of the Big Six. Well, they started doing the Big Six
in order. They're naming everybody.
Right.
We ain't gotta. Yeah, slide till we see one that we definitely know. Pete Ham. What band is that? Beatles signed. Oh, Badfinger, huh?
One of the bands the Beatles signed to their Apple label in the '60s.
They had a label called Apple. How did Apple get that out from under them?
I know, right?
I got so many questions about that. That's crazy.
He passed away on the evening of April 24th, 1975, 3 days before his 28th birthday.
He almost made it out of the club.
Yep. Chris Bell.
Don't know who this is.
Don't know who it is either.
Pop Heroes Big Star?
Nope.
Not familiar with them. D Boone?
Nope. Got nothing.
See, Black Flag?
I've heard of Black Flag, but I didn't really know.
Was that a punk band?
Seems like it. REM.
So yeah, they open for REM.
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael.
This is the guy. This is one of the painters. I believe. I thought. Okay, so I could be wrong. I really could be wrong. He was. Wait, what year did that say he passed, Coach?
It says it doesn't. It doesn't say.
Oh, that's weird. I remember that they had mentioned that he was one of the bigger people in the 27 Club because he was like his paintings were really famous.
Yeah, no, his that name, I've heard that name many times involving art. I don't know his work, but
let me see. Okay, did it hold him?
He didn't look like he was 27 though. Unless he's okay, he's not the white guy clearly because that guy's 90.
See, he was passed away in 88.
88, all right.
Heroin overdose as well.
AIDS to the Izzo.
Yeah, that H ain't no joke.
Who we got next?
Mia Zapata.
Why does that name sound familiar?
Lead singer of the Gits.
That's a punk. Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
Huh.
She died she was brutally beaten,
What's going on, Chris?
raped, and strangled to death in July of 93.
Jesus Christ.
There's Kurt.
And now here's a man we all know. Yeah, he was the forefront of the grunge. That was part of the Seattle sound in the early '90s. Funny enough, if anyone didn't know, I believe, if I'm wrong, it's fine. I'm pretty sure I'm right on this though. I believe Nirvana started in 1989 actually, but they obviously hit off and got big in the '90s, which started the grunge scene. And grunge is another type of music that people either love or hate. I
Yeah.
found that out the hard way, and I hated to find that out. I love grunge. Grunge was a big part of me growing up in high school. I listened to 96 Rock here in Cincinnati all the time because that's the kind of music that they had played on that station. I stopped listening to WEBN because it was just too popularized music, and 103.5 was all the old shit my dad liked. So I listened to 96 Rock because that was more modern for me. Kurt had died by taking his own life via a shotgun, and he had left a note, but it wasn't to anybody. It was to his imaginary friend that he had as a child. And Will, if you have anything to add to that, because you said that there was some crazy shit surrounding that note, by
Well,
all
a lot
means,
of
hit it
people
up.
think that he didn't write that. I think they've had calligraphers or people like writing specialists. Figure like say that it probably wasn't him who wrote it, but they can't really be sure. And then a lot of people just think Courtney Love did it.
I was about to say, now I thought someone said that they thought Courtney Love had made the note. Now, Will, I'd also thought I heard that I believe Kurt was right-handed, and something else that I had come across is that he wrote that note left-handed.
Yeah.
Which is why the writing didn't match up.
Also, my aunt just sent me this right quick. Let me show you. Where is this? Doobie doobie doo. This is an article for the Phoenix. The Phoenix is a newspaper in actually me and Tuquan's hometown of Brighton. And so he did this and I'll show you this. This is about 2 weeks before he died. He did this interview.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, my aunt still has this.
It's a piece of history.
Yeah, it is.
It is really cool though too.
Absolutely. But yes, you just sent me that. I just thought I'd add that a little bit. But
no,
yeah.
Kurt was a troubled guy. He was definitely where you could see the beginning stages of like what nowadays is like the clinically depressed, because he did not want to be famous. He hated fame. He just went on ahead and made his music, and he just wanted to make music. Okay, then that's what it was. So I think he wrote the note differently. Whatever his dominant hand was, he wrote it with the other hand so it looked different. Thank you for correcting me on that, Jesse. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Kurt didn't want to be famous, and fame got to him because he never really wanted to be in that. He never wanted to be in that type of fame or light. And I'm not trying to backtrack to a former person that we had talked about, but Jim Morrison was almost the same way. He didn't want to be known for the rock star. He didn't want to be known for the stage presence. He did like the limelight and did like being the center of attention, but he wanted to be known as a poet, not a rock star.
Yeah,
they
both went about it in very different ways.
Yeah, he got sick of the pretty boy persona. He didn't want to be known as, the sexiest man in America because that's what they had deemed him, which is why Jim Morrison gained a bunch of weight and grew a beard. He was hiding his face and wanted to get rid of that appeal just so he could be known as a poet. Some of these people that are in the 27 Club are all just people that wanted to express themselves and get high. Kurt, on the other hand, literally just wanted to make music, didn't want the fame, didn't want the attention, and when the attention got to him, it got to be too much, and
he get high.
Yeah, and he ended up taking his own life. Now, The final person that we're going to talk about, just so we don't have to continue to go through the list, is I'm going to let Will forefront it because he had a lot to say about her before, was one Amy Winehouse.
Yeah, Amy was just a legend, very tortured soul, went through a bunch of bad relationships, and that's just kind of, she was seeking Jim Morrison, the original Fat Mac. she was just trapped, basically. She struggled with addiction. Her story is a little more simple. It's mostly just a severe struggle with addiction. And
I don't know if she had to, if I would assume, but hers was kind of the switch. A lot of these other, the first 5 of the big 6 that we talked about were obviously all drug induced, but they were also, I'm sure, heavy drinkers. But Amy Winehouse, from what I saw, it was literally alcoholism. And it was the first of the 6 to be heavily alcohol induced.
And she did other drugs, but she was so addicted to alcohol that was her go-to. Like that was the one that really get her in.
Well, it appears because her mother was, I think her mother was a drinker too, or I could be wrong.
I believe so. I do know that her mother they tried to get her mother stopped if she was, I'm pretty sure. And they tried to get her help. Like she even made songs about it. They tried to make me go to rehab, and I say no. And that was kind of the problem that some of her family members had mentioned. Like, y'all let her write that shit and then boost it up and make her feel like she's right in writing that and saying that. And then also you give her the classic, oh, you're better when you're on the stuff type situation with her. So like, even if she was trying to quit, which she didn't, she tried a little, but honestly, she had no intentions of really quitting. And even if she tried, everything around her was telling her to continue.
Yeah, and the sad thing around it is that when artists make those kind of songs, those songs aren't to get famous, not to get a hit. They're desperate cries for help. But you got these record producers, you got the people around you, even family, that are driving you to do more, to get more rich and famous so that they can have their lives the way that they are already. Well, the person making the money, doing all the work and being all up at the forefront is suffering the most. It's almost as bad as childhood actors who, the perfect example, like Jodie Sweetin from Full House. She had one of the worst upbringings, one of the worst high school livings all the way up into her adult life till she got clean. You build these people up like that and you don't help them and you just drive them to do more and more work. And you wonder how stuff like this ends up happening. And she had passed away when I was a freshman in high school back in 2011. You don't expect this stuff to happen. And it's like, it's just sad.
I guess the moral of this topic is art is good and drugs are bad.
Yeah.
And
stay with me.
If I spoke about her mom, I apologize for that. But yeah. I'll make sure I throw that out there.
But like Will said, we are in the Thanksgiving holiday. We are trying to be thankful. I didn't mean to start with a sad topic or a downer, but this was a very fun topic. And like Will said, moral of the story is be safe, don't do drugs, be a happy person.
I think it works though, because it leads into what you would be thankful for, and life should be the number one thing you're thankful for.
True.
And if also, I can't say this enough because we were mentioning about suicide prevention or suicide or taking your life. If you need help, reach out.
Yeah,
us 3 here, we're here to talk. If it's anybody in our watch group, reach out to any of us 3. Reach out to 2. Reach out to Unc. We're all here for you. We love you. Reach out if you need help at all, ever.
Yeah. If y'all need to talk, hit me up. But if y'all having dark thoughts like that, seek actual help. Don't call me, because none of us are qualified to talk you down if it's like that. It's very dangerous territory. Seek help. Do things the right way. Take care of yourself, man. Mental health is important.
From a train.
Stay off heroin. Please stay off heroin.
Yeah, that's a gross ass drug. Leave it alone.
Yeah. And think about it. A drug already that bad, now they just throwing fentanyl in it. Like, let's just make it worse. What up, Unc?
What's up, Unc?
But yeah. We're taking a break, or we want to just slide to the next? What we doing?
Want to take a break?
Yeah, go ahead. Sell some donuts.
Take a break. We got to sell some donuts. We be back by 15, 20. Hold on till you
stay right there.
Little J's Donuts and more. Located in Harahan at 1301 Hickory Avenue. Come in for donuts, savory breakfast, king cakes, and more. Check us out on Facebook at Little J's Donuts or on our website, littlejaysdonuts.org.
I want a donut now.
I know, right? That shit look good.
Every damn time. I need to get on that. I need to get on that Tuke Express and then freaking get a hold of the Pope clan and say, "Hey, I need some donuts."
Oh, it's crazy. Just cool it. Talk about fentanyl. Yeah, be
So-
like that, man.
So it's time for the Fat Mac to do his thing.
Let's get it.
Got a big day coming up here. Y'all prepared y'all stuff for Thanksgiving already?
It's in the works. My aunt's doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah,
I believe.
we got the turkey downstairs right now thawing out.
Okay. Well, I've got my I thawed my turkey out. I finished thawing it out this morning. I watched it. I prepped my brine. I got my extending brine until tomorrow morning in the fridge to get ready to go on the smoker.
He said,
Oh, you're smoking the thing.
he
Nice.
said, I thawed it. I cleaned it. My man gave that turkey a spa day.
I
Pretty
did,
much.
man. I told my wife, I'm like, this is the first year I'm not running around like a chick with my head cut off. I actually prepared everything.
You mean a turkey with your head cut off?
I know, right?
You know what I've been wanting to do?
Throw it in the fryer.
I was about
I'm
to
going-
say. I've just been meaning to say that I've been wanting to try to deep fry a turkey for a while.
Yeah, you got to make sure that shit, if you ever try to do it, the deep fry thing, make
Watch
sure
the
that
grease.
shit is fully thawed. Make sure it is
Yeah.
fully thawed. Otherwise, that's a bomb that you're putting into that pot.
Yeah, that part. Fully thawed and dry.
Yeah, that part. All of that.
If not, you're gonna be like what's my man name? The Torch from the Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
Flame on.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose
Story.
more than just my eyebrows.
Yeah, no, yeah, you'll lose whatever hat you have a story for on your head.
Yep, but no, for real though, Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays, and it's mainly because of the food. I could care less about the people. I'm kidding. I love my family, but seriously, it's about the food.
Of course it is.
That was a big part of it. I have to admit.
I'll show up. No, 80% of it is the food. 15% of it is the football. 5% of it is seeing the people you ain't seen in a while and leaving.
Did you say 80 and then 50? You might want to.
No, 80 and 15.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you better have food. Otherwise, you put all them people in the family in the same room and don't feed them, you're gonna have problems. So
Ain't gonna be much thanks going on.
nah, a lot of giving.
A lot of giving.
I drove 15 minutes for a piece of bread.
He said, "Family show up with up food. I'm sending them back home."
That part. I used to have a older cousin. Whenever we would all get together at my grandmother's house, he literally would come late.
Grab a plate and be out.
Remember back in the day they had them big paper grocery bags back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
He would pull it out of his back pocket, whip that bitch open, poof, and start feeling it.
That's crazy.
How long would he stay though?
He would not very long because he would come towards the end. He would always, I think he was under the impression, or coming towards the end, everybody had at least something to eat,
Mm-hmm.
and I can kind of get the scraps a little bit. And then,
Right.
if I'm not mistaken, I think a couple of times my grandmother would make him a separate pecan pie or cake or something like that he would take with him. But right now the torch has been passed for my immediate family to me and my youngest daughter. We started last year cooking Thanksgiving dinner, and my mom officially told us this year, Mom's retired. Y'all, I thought everything that I know is for y'all to run with now.
See,
She's
the thing
hanging
is
up
though,
the apron.
in my opinion, just from what I've seen, they gave it to good hands. Coach can throw down.
Yeah, coach can throw down. But man, she hung up the apron. That's rough.
Apron. And then my daughter called me and she said, Mother wanted to know what she needs to bring. So I'm like, oh, she's coming this year. All right.
Lord.
in the past, she would just chill at the house, but she's coming to the house this year. So looking forward to that.
I think she realized I don't want to cook anymore, but I still want to see all the motherfuckers. Like I still want to see them. I just don't want to cook all this food no more. That's fair.
Definitely looking forward to it. So one thing I want to take a look at, and Unc said he's deep frying his. I'm smoking mine. I think Jake said he's got his downstairs thawing out. So probably different dishes in different regions. So that's what we're going to take a look at tonight. Regional Thanksgiving dishes.
Okay.
Let me get this pulled up here, and right off the bat, don't judge me for my taste buds.
Good for mommy coach. That's hilarious. Mama coach.
Right off the bat, I don't know if y'all can see that.
That's weird.
Disgusting.
What? You don't like sauerkraut?
I don't. No, I'm not.
The smell is so off-putting. I can't
rancid.
do it.
It smells rancid.
What Will said.
I say don't judge. For me,
I
just can't eat no random sauerkraut. It's got to specifically be. It's got to be either on an Italian sausage, and it's got to be or a beef sausage, and it's got preferably smoked the grill. And it goes like on top.
See, look, and the thing is, being from Cincinnati, as German as this fucking town is, I should like sauerkraut, but guess what? I hate it.
Yeah,
I love it on hot dogs too.
You know what it is? I probably could like it, but it just seems like if I was making a list of foods to have on Thanksgiving, it wouldn't be top 25. Therefore, I'm never gonna get there, so I'm never gonna even do that. Like, I'm not gonna make it there.
He said, "I don't eat anything I can spell."
I'll take cabbage over sauerkraut any day.
Fair enough. But this is real big in Maryland, evidently.
I bet Will can smell it when it gets made.
Say it's an essential side dish for the large German American population of Maryland. Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm out.
Hold on, wait. Cake.
It said the German population of Maryland. How many Germans are in Maryland?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah,
me either.
I'm not I'm not discriminating. Like, I just didn't know.
Is this a Maryland-based thing?
Not necessarily. There's some other stuff. I think it started, but I didn't know it was a bit. He was German-based, but I did know, like, for instance, we've talked about it here before. Central Texas has, even though the best Texas barbecue, in my opinion, is in East Texas, but Central Texas is the best known due to all the restaurants in the vicinity in the Hill Country. But the Hill Country, that's actually German area. It's a lot of towns named after German names. A lot of people came to Germany and they settled there. So you can find like all types of bratwurst sausages, all types of stuff in Central Texas.
Yeah. Also, it has kraut in the name. Of course, it's German. Like, that's where that comes from. That's why they call them krauts, I'm pretty sure.
So crab cakes. So I have a seafood allergy. But every now and then, I tickle the devil. A little crab, I eat it up until my throat started itching.
Yes, wild, bro.
I was playing with the devil.
Name of that sex tape.
Well, here's the thing. I ate seafood up until I was 16. And then all of a sudden, I was allergic to it. So I know what it tastes like. That part's
whack.
Yeah. If you blind at birth, it don't matter what's out there. But if you've seen before, that's rough.
So the sauerkrauts are famous. I mean, not sauerkraut. The crab cakes, they're famous side dish from Maryland as well. Also, corn on the cob. Which, corn on the cob with turkey. It's more of a summer dish to me.
Yeah, that's a cookout meal.
Right? I just want the only vegetable I personally can eat with a Thanksgiving dinner is green beans.
Asparagus. I can do asparagus.
Like I can do carrots too, somewhat.
It has to be baked or grilled for me.
Yeah, baked or grilled with some good little seasoning on it. Have some butter. Yeah, exactly.
Olive oil.
Yep, olive oil and Parmesan. That's all you need.
Yes, sir. I said crab cake fentanyl tester, the itchy throat. So, Will, can you incline me on this? It says it's popular in New England.
Well, I'm right out the gate. I'm gonna tell you, I'm half white, but I ain't that white. I know nothing. I know nothing of the
I
hasty
feel
pudding.
attacked.
It says it is a simple dessert made with cornmeal, molasses, brown sugar, and spices.
You said molasses, and I was out.
You don't do molasses?
And it's usually topped with a dollop of whipped cream or a scoop of ice cream.
Y'all ever had molasses chips, the candy?
No.
Unbelievable.
Really?
It's almost like toffee. It tastes like it's like a Heath bar, but better.
Ooh,
Yeah. Yeah, that have you in a headlock. I had like a whole box of them shits. I had to stop taking them from work because I was working at a candy kiosk in the mall. It was wild, bro. Like peanut brittle and molasses chips all day. And that was my present for everybody for Christmas. Stolen candy.
Hey, man, it's the thought that counts.
I thought enough to steal. Yes, I did.
Dan, where'd you get this from? Don't worry about it.
Never you mind.
Right.
I ate so many boxes of those molasses candies, damn it. Yeah, I was bringing it back to the hood, too. I told you. I ain't lying to y'all, man. I brought them shit back to the
hood. Next we got also in New England, stuffing is sometimes made with clams or oysters instead of breadcrumbs.
Man, why'd you go and ruin it?
Yeah, when you start adding foreign things to foods that are already a done deal.
Bro, stuffing is good as it is. Hey,
look, I don't want to get too against cross-species foods because that's how we got like Reese's mixing chocolate and peanut butter. Like I wouldn't hate on that union. That's a beloved union right there. But some of these things you don't need to bring together, and stuffing
for
is
some.
one of them.
It says you might also find a side dish of creamed onions made with pearl onions and heavy cream.
I feel like none of these are actually like a real tradition from up here. It's just that at some point we're a port city, and we fish. This is what we had when the struggle was real.
Now this guy can get jiggy with.
Yeah, but not for Thanksgiving. Like, stuff manicotti, that's a Tuesday. I don't need that on Thanksgiving.
So that's a no for you.
Look, it's a great food, but again, also I got an Italian uncle, and so I get real. Like if you better come with it if you're gonna make some homemade manicotti. You better.
Took said I need that any day.
I mean, well, I'm gonna give them. What's up, dude? I'm gonna give the most New York answer possible. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Took, he said he was gonna join in. Appreciate that, man.
He did. What up, Took? Had a drop for you.
Got a drop just for you, Took. Then this one here we talking about earlier, the fried turkey, popular Thanksgiving dish in Texas. You got to have the right injection into it, that nice butter flavoring, the spices. It's good stuff, man.
That's
delicious. You ever make your own garlic butter?
Yes, actually, I'm going to be making some tonight.
Yeah, buddy.
With a little garlic. Obviously, I got some Kerrygold butter and some parsley.
Hey, so wait, since we finally got a turkey topic, or not a turkey topic, a turkey picture up in here, when you guys do get around to making your plates, are you the white meat or the dark meat?
I always start the white meat.
Yeah, it depends on how good that. It depends on how good that gravy is.
Because the white meat's a little dry.
That gravy gotta be legit. I mean, I done had some.
Depending on how you make it, that's why your boy brining and smoking it is gonna be so.
Yeah, smoking is the way to go if you want that juicy turkey.
I dig.
You know what? That
I grab a whole leg though. I don't play. Give me a drumstick. I'm out here.
It's not a turkey.
Will wants the whole ass
like a
leg.
Viking.
You say
I'm not even gonna put it on the plate. Just full
like
Viking.
Tom Brady out there.
A turducken.
Boom. Turducken.
Disgusting.
Now this I'm utterly intrigued about. Cranberry relish in the Northeast.
Anything cranberry, get the fuck away.
Imagine not liking
Really?
cranberry.
I
Cranberry's
hate it.
wrong.
I gotta have me, man. Gotta have me some cranberry sauce with my cornbread dressing. Perfecto, man. A little sweet and salt.
Yeah,
Gotta be home.
I like the canned stuff. The relish is just, I don't know why they call it relish. It is basically just cranberry sauce.
You gotta put a
Mom
fancy
said
name on it, Will.
He too said he had the homemade cranberry sauce today. Say it slap. And Jesse says it's actually
The
pretty
cranberry
good.
relish is actually pretty good. It just
I'm
looks like
intrigued
cranberry
by
sauce. What makes it relish?
See, let me see. It doesn't really say. It just says
Yeah.
relish, cranberry relish or sauce. May seem like a universal Thanksgiving food, but homemade, not canned. Sweetened cranberry relish seasoned with orange zest has its origins in the northeastern quadrant of the country. The Northeast also favors stuffing made with sausage and pumpkin pie. Yeah, I guess.
I already don't like the next one.
Yeah, this one. Southwest and West, you might find a delicacy called the frog-eyed salads.
I don't think it's actually frog eyes.
I don't care. I don't like the name of it.
If this is what I think it is, that shit is delicious. Those look like marshmallows. This was like a fruit salad that my grandmother used to make, and it was crazy.
Yes, it's a sweetened fruity pasta salad. It's
Yeah.
made with acini de pepe pasta, pineapples,
Under the pepe.
oranges, and marshmallow topping.
So she would basically make this without the pasta part.
That's the best part.
No, it isn't. It's a fucking fruit salad. Why would you need pasta?
Because
I-
pasta's good with anything.
No, that is wrong. That's an
Nah.
inaccurate statement. You ever had
No,
pasta
it's not.
salad? Because that is in the name and it's trash. I hate pasta salad.
Wrong.
Just wrong. Wrong.
And then it says it also can be a partial to a Jello salad,
Yeah.
side dish in Utah, and in the Southwest, you're more likely. And this is intriguing to me. Flavors like blue cornbread stuffing with chorizo.
Two things. One, your mom Deuce was like, yeah, so that is the dish my grandmother would make. But I don't think she made it with pasta in it. And also, I heard her laugh her ass off probably when she got to the part of you saying wrong. That's fucking comedy.
Oh man. New Mexico and Arizona locals make pumpkin empanadas.
Why? See, I just had this conversation the other day at my mother's job. I went in there to check her, see how they was doing, whatever, talking to her boss, and I was walking by, and on the end cap they had frosted mini wheats, pumpkin spice flavor, and I'm like, dog, can we stop with the pumpkin spice shit?
I'm not a pumpkin anything person.
I've had enough of the white woman's Instagram. Like, we don't need pumpkin spice everything.
Will is triggered.
Yes, I'm done with pumpkin spice. Pack that shit up.
You eat pumpkin pie?
Okay, that being said, I'll have some pumpkin pie. But that's where it belongs. Pumpkins belong on my front porch or in a pie, and then we're done.
See, look, I can. Will, the pumpkin pie statement. So I'm indifferent because I like
Get a
pumpkin
mocha.
rolls.
Shut it up.
I like pumpkin rolls, but I don't like pumpkin pie because I'm wore out on pumpkin pie from years and years of Thanksgiving tradition. If we gotta have pumpkin pie, I want a freaking Dutch apple pie, and that's the only pie I need for Thanksgiving, and I'm happy.
That sounds good,
Done.
Dutch apple.
Done with the pumpkins.
But it's got to be made by grandma, by a grandma.
Pack the pumpkins up, man. We're done. Let's go.
And then it said, at New Mexico, Thanksgiving hosts might add chili to items such as gravy, stuffing, and even a chili rub turkey.
Look, I'm completely fine with that.
No. First
I'm
of all,
good. I love
first of
chili
all,
with anything. I will
keep
eat
all your
chili
foreign
any day.
objects out of my empanadas.
Green bean casserole. This looks like nothing green bean casserole I've ever had.
That looks like a green bean omelet. Looks like a spinach omelet. That's what that look like. Somebody made a
Yeah,
spinach and cheese omelet. Yeah, we're gonna slide on. We're gonna move past this. Fuck this.
Yeah. In the
Hey,
Midwest.
if you eat this for Thanksgiving, you're wasting your time.
Now this one, I'm moderately curious. I don't know about the pecans in it, but this is in Minnesota. It's a wild rice casserole.
I hate pecans, so if you take that out, I would destroy that.
It's got mushrooms, pecans, and onions, but there are different variations of it.
Yeah, look, see, you just named everything I love besides the pecans.
Yeah, I tried.
Yo.
I bet you I love wild rice.
Quick sidebar: what's the highest scoring game in the NBA ever? Because the Pacers and the Hawks are at 145 to 143 right now.
Is it overtime?
No, there's 3 minutes left in the fourth, and this is the score.
Well, welcome to the modern day NBA with no defense.
It's even worse than that. Sorry, this is not a sports show. That's just outrageous.
I bet she does too. When I saw that, I think she might have mentioned this before, or something of the fashion.
Yeah. 147 and 146. Jesus Christ.
Wow. When in Wisconsin, there's also no better time to make the state's famous cheddar the star of your meal with the cheesy mashed potatoes.
Oh, that sounds like I would not share any of that.
And you know what? Hey, I'm prepared to get torn alive by the comments section and by you two. On Thanksgiving is the only time I will not love mashed potatoes. I want a potato dish that is not mashed potatoes on Thanksgiving.
What?
I will eat mashed potatoes any other day of the year besides on Thanksgiving because there is a specific potato dish that my grandmother made for Thanksgiving every year, and it ruins mashed potatoes on Thanksgiving for me. I'm going to figure out what it is, and I'm going to send it to y'all just so you know what it is.
You should have led with that, because until you said that, you sound like a psychopath.
No, I love mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes are one of my favorite side dishes. So if I could go ahead and try to describe it to you, pretty much it's
Get
home
you next
fries.
time, Tater. Next time.
It's home fries with some kind of a sauce with cheese on the top and then crushed potato chips on the top of it. It's a potato casserole of some sort, but it's fucking absolutely outstanding.
Oh, it sounds like she's making some wild version of like chili fries, but it's not chili, like or like cheddar fries. Yeah, that sounds wild. If she's making home fries and dripping a sauce over it and then some crushed up chips, yeah, that's 3D chess.
It's amazing. You know what? Hey, Coach, you know what? That might be what I make at the tailgate for us next October.
Okay.
You're going to have to find the recipe, learn how to make it. You're going to be working all year messing this recipe up until you learn it.
Yeah.
No,
come out there and you bomb on it, they're going to let you know if it's gross.
Hey, you know what? That's perfectly fine, but I'll tell you right now.
We're going to let you know. We're going to be like, hey, what are you doing?
It ain't bland. It ain't bland. Will knows what my spice mix is, and we're good.
Yeah, he be spicing.
Okay.
He be spicing.
I'm moderately intrigued by this. Because I know we have a mashed potato, but we have a garlic mashed potatoes on Thursday.
I will tear that apart. Mashed potatoes and cheese? Why not?
It's great.
What could go wrong?
Sweet potato pie. So this is one of the few areas that the missus and I bump heads. She is a fan of the pumpkin. I am not. I am a fan of the sweet potato. She is not. And it is an adamant hell no to either one trying it.
I just realized he said it can't be no uts. Why you hating on the uts, bro? Don't do that. You better than that, Took. Uts is legit.
Real quick, just so you know, Took, it's either Lay's, Ruffles, or good old Kroger brand.
Kroger brand.
And because it's my grandma and she's cheap, she's probably going Kroger brand.
Got 2 pies. What kind of pies you got, Took? Carry on. He'll answer.
Hey, Coach, by the way, I'm sorry, but I agree with your wife.
What? Pumpkin over? Wait, pumpkin over
sweet potato?
Sweet
potato?
No,
I'm not saying that. I just don't like sweet potato pie or sweet potato in general.
You need some good old fat sweet potato or some candy yams, man.
Thank
you. You know what's bullshit? I claim not to be a picky eater, but all this freaking list is doing is showing I might be a little picky.
Yeah,
you're very little. You think
you're living a lie, Jake.
Look, I go ahead and I tell myself because I guess I like mushrooms and onions that I'm not a picky eater, but that's false.
Yeah, that just means you like a steak bomb.
Another Southern Thanksgiving dish is macaroni and cheese. I have to tell you, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's just like
Cheese.
this is a quarter of my Thanksgiving is just finding my way to some mac and cheese.
To see this one. See, my macaroni and cheese, I won't divulge which ones, but I can use up to 4 different cheeses in it.
Aged Gouda. No, you can't.
I'm not trying to. Hey, look, I'm not. I swear, I am never out here to offend anybody. I am never out here to.
Well,
try
you were
to,
offensive.
To personally
He's
take shots at people. No. I know. I know.
With all due respect.
Look, yes, we'll
Show
hit
yourself.
this with all due
Jesus
respect.
Christ.
But I am picky on my mac and cheese, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like this stuff being. Will shut up. I like my mac and cheese thick. I need this to be. When you give it a nice stir, you got to hear that macaroni noise. You know, you got to.
Okay.
Man, I went down for Thanksgiving to
Good
Kentucky.
night,
I went downstairs. Leave me alone. I went downstairs. I went down to Kentucky one year for Jamie with her Thanksgiving and her family, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, there's the mac and cheese. Go over to it. I was so disappointed. No. It was opposite. It was liquidy,
watery,
so runny,
no,
and it was
runny,
so
runny mac.
I'm like, where's the? I was like, where's the yellow? I'm like, this stuff's practically translucent. What is this shit? And Jamie was like, just eat it. I'm like, I can't. It's not disgusting. It's just there's nothing to it. She's like, I was like, this isn't the South, but this is Kentucky. I thought they knew how to throw down with the mac and cheese. I was macaroni, get on the curb. I was so disappointed.
Man had macaroni soup.
It was disgusting. I hated it. I was
mac and cheese.
Man, I would go as far to say that I was hurt. I was hurt.
So I'm looking forward to this, and it mentions under here you got to have it with the generous portions of collard greens. We will have greens as well on Thursday. Not the mac and cheese nightmares.
No. It's exactly what it was, Coach. I literally told her, I was like, we haven't been back to Thanksgiving since down there. That was back. No, legit. That was back in 2015. We ain't been back in 8 years.
Well, speak of Kentucky, Jake. Derby pie originated in Kentucky.
Kind of like a dirt pie.
Pie with walnuts.
Like dirt.
Never had it, but I'd try it. I'm not a big fan of walnuts, but I'd try it.
Yeah, it look like it tastes good though, but it also do look like a dirt pie.
Get that whipped cream off of it though, but yeah,
like a meat pie,
like a. It looked like it's what's that dish? Potato, and it's an Irish dish. That's what it looked like.
Oh, damn it!
Shepherd's pie. It looked like shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie with sour cream on top.
That's the opposite direction. Yeah, sour cream. It's the opposite direction of what you want to go with when you get to pies. Like you're going down. Pie shouldn't be food. It should be dessert.
Chook said he got a buttermilk pie. That's good too.
Buttermilk pie.
Yep, that's good.
That just sounds like they skipped the flavor step and just they're like, we're just gonna do buttermilk. But it sounds bomb though. But
and Mama Renee said she loved me some collard greens.
Yeah, collards. Got some hot sauce. We good.
Oh, man. Yeah. Will and Took remember the day that I shouted that out. I was like, fellas, I had collard greens for the first time. I've been missing out. I fucking love it.
Yes, sir. You were missing out, brother, man.
Yeah.
It was delicious. I had never felt so happy in my life when I ate that. I took one bite. I was like, yeah, ain't nothing else getting ate for a second.
My man punched one of his on the punch card for the cookout. He punched one of his marks. He's eating collard greens now. Hey, you get 10, you get to come.
Hey, Jake, I got one for you, man. It's in the rim. It usually goes along with the collard greens and the meals and the fried chicken and such. Black eyed peas with chow chow.
Gonna have to give it a shot.
It's like a relish. You can get it. It can be spicy or it can be a little sweet, but you just kind of put a little bit on top of it. Mix it up with your black eyed peas. Gives it another level. I
don't do black eyed peas, which is funny because Will I Am.
Yeah, party comedy is timing, baby.
You know
exactly why that's disgusting. Just the picture. Doesn't that just look like a bunch of roaches on top of that thing?
I will admit that out the gate, it's not the most appealing looking pie. But I look, man, pecan pie is bomb.
Disgusting.
Man,
So
My mom loves pecan pie.
Orange syrup and butter. That's it.
yeah, yo, you put a slice of pecan pie in the microwave for like 10 seconds. Ice cream on top, vanilla. Good night. Good night. And not only will it taste good, you're gonna be ready for a nap because that shit's heavy.
So remember those beans, that barbecue place that we ate at?
The jalapeno beans, Lord.
They have this big. If you can think of a Western, the big ass pot where Cookie cooks the meal for everybody.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. You just go over
Lord.
there, you just serve yourself, and you can get it's as much as you can eat.
Just walk over with a bowl, dip it in.
Yep, just go to work.
Yeah, Toop's girl remembers the beans too. She was smelling them.
Jesse said, my mother asked, why do you not like pecans? And Jesse said, I will not stand by this pecan slander. This pecan slander. This pecan propaganda must stop.
Oh man, that's looking
All
good.
right, look. So all right, so because it was asked, and I got to answer it. Why do I not like pecans? I tried it as a kid, and I ain't tried it since, and I just don't like it.
Gotta try it, man. You gotta try the right stuff, man.
Hey, look, I'm just proud of him. That was the shortest story he ever had for any reason.
I hate you, Will.
He had his hand the wrap it up box.
Wrap
No,
it
I'm
up,
trying to make.
B.
Hey, look, I got a lot of my long-windedness out on talking about Jim Morrison. So
Oh,
I'm
we
good.
know. No, I'm fucking with you. It was a good segment.
This right here is one of my
Ooh,
favorites.
key
I
lime.
love it. This is one of my favorites of all time.
And I
This
can
one was
tell the key lime in Florida is the best anywhere. It tastes.
Oh yeah, that's where it's from, right? That's what it's like. That's their pie.
That's their pie, and it is
Yeah, that's their shit.
Yes.
All you motherfuckers are renting. We did this
And
first.
look,
so, yeah,
key lime pie is so
Florida.
damn good. Kenny Chesney made a song about it.
Fair enough. I'm going to Florida for Christmas. I will be sure to make sure that I asked my family who's down there, show me to the best key lime pie spot, and then I will report back to the chop up about that.
All right. I need to go look see where I can get key lime pie in Ohio because that's what I want now.
This was an acquired taste for me though. I did not like key lime pie as a youngin.
Really? You hear that?
Yeah.
Taste
As a
good,
youngin, it was. Oh yeah, you should learn from that, Jake.
I ain't learning from shit.
No. See, that's gonna be one of the best moments of your life. The way the collard greens hit you, other stuff's gonna hit you like that when you realize, oh, I hated this as a kid, but for no reason.
No, that's the difference. This is where being white's a problem. I didn't try collard greens ever until I was an adult and I could find it.
My point is that some of the things. There's a valid argument for your part of this situation, but what I'm saying is what I'm trying to tell you is there's other foods that even if you did try when you were younger, first of all, every 7 years you're a whole new person, like on a cellular level, all your cells change out every 7 years. So every 7 years, you're liable to have whole new allergies and whole new taste buds and flavors and stuff like that. Try it, bro.
That's probably where Coach's seafood problem came from.
Yeah. As a kid, he wasn't, and then he got his adult cells, and suddenly
just so you know, I got two rolling in the comments. I'm glad I was able to get it. It's been a while since I've been able to get two to break. I'm happy.
Cream cheese, condensed milk, key lime juice. My man's out here dropping just straight up ingredients.
Sourdough stuffing is popular in California. Moderately intrigued. California-based sourdough stuffing recipe. Some version of mixed with turkey sausage or fresh oranges. Keep the oranges.
That's a yell at you.
Kale.
That OJ might make it wild though. You never know. Add like some little notes of citrus up in there. That could be bomb. Why do people make collards? Oh, white people. Yeah, white people make collards too. Jake. That's what. Yeah, I done had them both sides.
Hold on, who said that?
My mother.
Hey, it's different. No, problem is, Miss Renee, I'm from Ohio. Remember.
Oh, she said my Aunt Sheila can fuck some collards up. Yeah, Aunt Sheila, she throw down. Yeah, she throw down.
That's what I'm talking about.
And them collards are bomb.
Is this the people that's down in the South?
Yeah, all my North Carolina people.
Yeah.
On
South
my
people,
mother's side.
South people can throw down, man.
Yeah, it's kind of special
recipes. They've been handed down from generations.
Yeah, like those are legacy recipes. Like,
yeah, and it's been perfected over time.
Yeah, because everybody can. You take the perfect recipe, and the next person gets to add a little bit to it, or nothing because it's already perfect. Like, yeah, honestly, if I meet somebody from the South and they can't cook, I look at you funny, like real funny. Like, what's the plot? Like, why you can't cook? Don't make no sense to me.
So, Took, I agree with you. He said this is California to a T.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's basically a salad.
A citrus and vegetables.
Yeah, it's vegan. My man said fiesta.
Grilled instead of baked, fried, and paired with a local wine. That is so California. That's why nobody likes y'all.
They have Thanksgiving with their green drink.
And yet they drive culture somehow because they're always on goddamn TV.
Mushroom gravy in the Pacific Northwest.
I want to hate this, but that actually looks delicious over some
grow up.
Steak or something.
It looks good. Although it looks too runny for me. I need it to be a little
thicker,
like a gravy. Yeah.
Don't worry, they just probably haven't thrown the flour in yet. Chill out.
Or they waiting too long. They ain't figured it out. Hey, yo, the sauce matters.
Hawaii locals prefer the Okawan purple sweet potatoes to regular russet or yellow gold varieties. They use it to make mashed potatoes, and the mashed potatoes come out purple. Okay, I can try that.
Oh, purple mashed potatoes? Yeah, man. Well, hey, as long as them taters, I don't care what color they are.
It says, and their turkey actually will be smoked Kahlua style.
Ooh.
That's my guy, Will. I'm chest bumping right now to you, a man of the potatoes.
Oh yeah, potato man, for sure. You got meat and potatoes, man.
And that is my topic for tonight. Hopefully, I made y'all hungry for Thursday.
That's all you did is make us starving. That ain't right.
Hungry.
We hungry. Say like Tyrese.
Oh, hey, I'm glad Miss Renee commented that. I made my own gravy a couple months ago. When I made that pot roast, I homemade that gravy myself. She said that. I'm like, you know what? It's really fun making your own gravy too. Because at least you know exactly what's going into it. Of course you would.
Hey, yo. No. So yeah, you gotta do your own thing. It's best when you can. That's how you should start. You should start with like what you like. That's how you make stuff, and then try to like alter it a little bit for whoever else cooking for as well.
Took said, "Who's the better cooks in your household?"
Who's the better cooks in y'all households? I don't know. It depends what's being made.
I think wife is still on here. She'll tell you who the better cook is in the house.
Uh-oh.
She said all the time she hit the jackpot.
she hit the jackpot.
So, Coach, have you passed any of this knowledge and this cooking greatness on to your kids yet?
My youngest daughter.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew
ass off, man. And like a lot of times she'll make her stuff and she'll send her dish pictures over. We share pictures all the time. And my mom be like, baby can play pretty good.
So she ain't just making it good. Like she played it well too. Okay.
See, the thing is, go ahead, Coach.
Mom. Yeah, man. It's the reason why we big people, man. We like, we cook. Throw down.
Mm-hmm.
See, I know just from the talks that Will can throw down, but he had to learn from somebody.
Osmosis, mostly. No one was sitting there directly showing me how to make the things, really. It was trial and error. There were a lot of videos that I kept watching, food porn.
Yeah. See, if I had to say so, I don't think me or Jamie are better than each other. I just think we're good at making what we know how to make.
Yeah.
That's a not trying to get in trouble answer, but at the same time, I'm good at the chili and the steak. She's good at the pots and the stuff. And it's like, all right, we'll just stick to what we're good at and just decide on who wants to make what when.
I got to scale back the seasoning and the salt with my shit because I just be like, I could try this and this and this, and then I'd be halfway up a salty ass situation.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to say, because of Will, I actually redid my seasoning mix.
Coach can cook.
So I used to so in the seasoning mix that I used to do, I used to put seasoning salt in with the mix. Yeah. And me and Will were talking about it one night in a drunken stupor. He was like, man, you got to cut the seasoning salt out, man. He's like, you got salt in there already. You got the garlic salt and you got Tony Satcher's. You need to cut one of them salts out.
Yeah, they all bring a little salt with you, and every one of them goes to your ankles. Yeah, you don't need that. You don't want fat ankles.
I was like, so I guess, yeah. I was like, I guess I'm going to get rid of the seasoning salt because I like garlic salt.
Yo, this is a fun fact, and it happened this year, like a couple months back, actually. But all right, full disclosure, I was drunk as shit. And the first bite of he has this like vegan cream cheese. And my first taste of it, it tasted like it was missing something. I was like, it seemed like it's like, and the butter I used also was unsalted butter. So I was like, yo, that's the problem. There's no salt in this. And I salted my bagel and it was way too much. It was bad. I was drunk, but I ate it anyway. Huh?
Are you tasting with salt?
Yeah, it's bad.
Will, it's salt to taste.
Yeah, but I was drunk, so.
Is that where Sober October came from?
Yeah, I got season every. Yeah. Oh yeah, the fact that I went Sober October, yeah, because I have a fucking problem. I drink too much.
I'll say this real fast. We move on to Will's topic.
Yeah.
Just I had a friend of mine that taught me her grandmother's recipe for enchiladas. But it's not made with the normal, traditional with the corn. It's made with flour. And you make your own red sauce and things like that. If you got time, make your own chili for it. But I made some one time. This is when my wife and I first moved in together in college. And I had two friends. Both of them went on to play in the NFL. Offensive and defensive line. Two big guys. Yeah. They literally were about to throw down in my living room floor because one felt like the other one didn't deserve the last one.
Oh, Lord. They went crazy, huh?
They went crazy. Yeah, boy, I like to cook.
All right. Let me see something. Hey, whoa. Okay. We do another break or just go right into what we doing next?
Well, I don't know. I don't think I'm ever really willing to fight over food. The only thing I've ever fought over was the last croissant. Other than that, I think I'm normally pretty giving.
Yeah. I mean, fighting over enchiladas, that's reasonable. It's like, so some of the biggest fights I've seen people go to war at a buffet over crab legs, like a real, like they had shut the whole place down.
Like throw down.
Oh, chairs being thrown, like it got crazy.
Oh yeah.
It got crazy. Real physical.
In this corner.
Basically. Like people would just wait up there at the like. And also it makes the buffet worse because everyone's standing around the buffet line waiting for them crab legs to come out.
That's the only reason Chinese buffets stayed open for business for so long.
Yeah. Y'all ever have hot pots legit though? You ever do hot pot?
I don't know. Whenever I went to the Chinese buffet, I'd always go for the pork sticks.
Delicious. I take anyone so someone can be eating. Yeah. Okay, so look, I got some. It depends on what y'all want to do for the rest of the day. It's already 10:20. We could easily do the 25 best Thanksgiving trivia / or like facts about Thanksgiving. We could do that if you want. There's some interesting things in there. Or we could do something with a bracket fight. What y'all want to do? Bracket fight. I was thinking, so we already did the only real good Thanksgiving bracket. So what I was thinking is we can either do comic book characters or we could do movie characters, but instead of just making it against each other, we'll do who would you bring to Thanksgiving of these characters?
Okay.
Y'all want to do that?
Let's roll.
I like that. That's fun.
All right. So it'll be fine. So what y'all want to do? DC versus Marvel, and who would you bring to Thanksgiving? Or you want to do celebrities?
Let Coach pick.
Let's do celebrities.
Celebrities? All right. Let me type that in because that's not the one that I had up.
Well, that's good. The one you had up.
Well, the one I had up was DC versus Marvel. You know what I mean?
Let's roll with that bitch.
All right. Well, we'll get there then. Let me get the right one.
Coach is being pushy. I like it.
It's funny.
One of y'all better eat a thigh on set.
Wait, what happened?
Chuck said one of us better eat a thigh on set.
That's funny.
Is this shirt too inappropriate for work?
What, you looking like Prince Rogers Nelson or something?
Oh, I thought I was muted. My bad. No, I got a Smurf shirt that says "Call me Big Papa," and I'm like, I don't know if I should wear this.
That's crazy.
I love this shirt. I remember when I bought it. I'm like, you know what? I want to wear this to work. And I asked Jamie, I was like, you think this is too inappropriate? She's like, I don't think they'd like it. I'm like, of course they wouldn't.
All right, so let me see. I'll pull this one up. If this isn't as good, we'll do another one. See what happens. But all right. So it's just Marvel characters because that's the easiest one to find at the moment. The best one. All the other ones were a little too in the weeds. But who would you bring to Thanksgiving dinner? Spider-Man or Hellraiser? It's not even
Hellraiser to be different.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring Spidey. He's a little too dark for Thanksgiving, I think. We lost Coach? Did we lose everyone?
All right, I'm going to make this easier just in case if Coach isn't here. Yeah, Spider-Man's cool.
Jake Cena. That's hilarious.
Jake Cena? Who said this shit? Oh, my God, I missed 23 comments.
Someone said Jake Cena.
Thanks, Tuke. I appreciate that. You can't see me. Legitimately. All I have clean right now is a Duke hoodie, and I don't want to wear a Duke hoodie.
He said the garlic butter got him.
With the chicken strips.
I'm starting to not feel this bracket as much. I don't know why. I'm not into it. Oh well. Go Spidey. Who we got next? We got Loki and we got this is whack. I'm out on this already. It's my subject, it's my time, and I'm out. Oh no, I don't like it. As soon as I started doing it, I'm like, I'm not feeling this.
You know, Will tried though, at least.
Everybody involved. Celebrities is more for everybody. Good. No, not just. You see the names of these? It's all most attractive and it's terrible.
That's how I pick.
Here's how we do it. Here's how I'll do it. Of course you do. You degenerate.
What am I degenerate for? I'm just saying, if Rachel McAdams is on any of these lists, she's coming.
Rachel is legit.
That's my girl. Her or Teresa Palmer, both of those two.
Oh yeah, Teresa's she's ill too. All right, hold on.
Freaking melt my heart and call me your bitch. God damn.
Graphic.
Sorry.
No, you go. All right, this is what we're gonna do.
Hey, look, beauty is beauty. I gotta call it out.
Yeah, we had to pivot too because I didn't like how that was going for some reason. I wasn't feeling it. If I'm not feeling it, it's not gonna be a good bracket. All right, we're gonna do some top 25 things you ain't know about Thanksgiving. Keep it in the Thanksgiving world. Pumpkin pie wasn't at the first Thanksgiving either. But it was at the second. You said what?
Was it sweet potato?
I know, right? Pumpkin pie was first introduced to the holiday table at the Pilgrims' second Thanksgiving in 1623, according to the American Pie Council. They need a new name because that's forever changed now. American Pie. The council also notes that the pumpkin isn't America's favorite pie. That would be, you guessed it, the apple pie, with 36 million Americans identifying this as their favorite pie. Okay. Number 24. Everything is a great deal on. Not everything is a great deal on Black Friday. Huh. These days, the best deals you can get on Black Friday are on electronics, appliances, and winter wear. Don't buy furniture, airfare, or toys on that day. The deals just aren't that great.
It's ironically funny because I saw a picture the other day and it shows a TV screen and it says $499 next to it.
Yeah.
And then it's someone going, hold, the next day, hold, and then the next day it shows $699 crossed out with $499 still
same
there.
Price.
Go!
Same price. Go!
I'll tell y'all a secret.
What's the secret?
Best time to purchase big screen televisions is right after the Super Bowl.
Television. People, because the open boxes, people buy them just for the Super Bowl and then bring them back. That's one of the reasons that happens. That's crazy. Black Friday, there's some deals. Sports fellas going lids ASAP. Oh, okay. Okay, what else we got? All right, so number 23. The phrase Black Friday was originally associated with the stock market.
Yes.
The stock market crashed in 1869 after two men working in finance hatched a scheme to profit from the gold market and failed. The day that crash became known as Black Friday. Didn't know that. Number 22. Thanksgiving snafu became the inspiration for TV dinners. In 1953, a Swanson employee mistakenly ordered 260 tons of Thanksgiving turkey. To handle the excess, Jerry Thomas looked to prepared foods served on airplanes as his inspiration, coming up with the idea to fill 5,000 aluminum trays with the turkey plus fixings to go with it. The 98-cent meals became a smash hit. 10 million flew off the shelves in the first year, giving birth to the TV dinner industry. Had no idea.
Wow, I did not know that.
That's crazy.
Right.
That is
crazy. Nothing beats a struggle hangry man.
Somebody put an extra zero in the order slip, and then they had to do this. That's a whole division of food was born. That's crazy.
I kind of had the same. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of have the same reaction as Coach. That's super interesting, though.
No, it is. I agree.
I grew up on TV.
Hungry Mans were fucking crazy. Hungry Mans were crazy. Swansons were crazy too, of course. But you might eat about 3,000 calories at the Thanksgiving table. Yes, there's a good reason we put on our elastic eating pants before sitting down for the holiday meal. The average American consumes more than 3,000 calories in a Thanksgiving meal, according to the Calorie Control Council. They got a lot of councils.
I stopped wearing jeans to Thanksgiving for a reason.
Yeah, jeans at Thanksgiving are stupid.
I legitimately invested in Adidas sweatpants for a reason.
So Jesse said, did you know Tucker Carlson married into the Swanson TV dinner fortune?
Only you would know that. Don't nobody give a shit about Tucker Carlson over here. But my man Jesse is heavy into the politics. So, but yeah. Tucker
Carlson. Man's one of the biggest douches in America.
Yeah. I just don't even pay him any mind. Number 20, we have the woman behind Mary Had a Little Lamb to thank for Thanksgiving. What? Writer and editor Sarah Josepha Hale, whose work includes writing the nursery rhyme Mary Had a Little Lamb, lobbied for decades and finally convinced President Abraham Lincoln to officially declare Thanksgiving a national holiday. Hale's work has also included founding American Ladies magazine, which prompted women's issues well before suffrage. It's for this advocacy that Hale earned the nickname Mother of Thanksgiving. Didn't know that. Mary had a little lamb, and that little lamb got served up at Thanksgiving. Turkey gobbles are loud. Male turkey gobbles are seriously loud. If it's quiet out, you can hear turkey gobbling from a full mile away, according to the U.S. Egg and Poultry Association. These association and councils, I don't know why they're making me laugh, but it's hilarious. U.S. Egg and Poultry Association, that's a funny ass faction of the world.
I wonder how many people are in that association.
Who knows? Thousands. Only male turkeys make the gobble sound. Everybody knows turkeys go gobble gobble, right? Well, that's actually only half right. Only male turkeys make the noise, whereas female turkeys make a clicking sound instead. Didn't know that. Not everyone eats turkey on Thanksgiving. Well, you got to be real American to think that that it's only turkey.
Yeah, man, you got hams. Come on.
Driven in part by younger generations' preferences and priorities, more and more households are considering meat-free holidays. Recent data showed nearly a third of American households considering breaking the tradition in favor of a plant-based spread. I would fucking
I'll flip the whole fucking table.
Yeah, we're not doing
think about it.
a plant-based Thanksgiving. That's the end of that relationship. 16. But Americans don't hold the world record for turkey consumption. What? I always expect America does not hold the world record for turkey consumption. Really? Even for all the turkey Americans eat, Israelis eat more. Israel has the highest consumption of turkey per capita at 26 pounds per year, according to the association data. So each person has 26 pounds of turkey a year.
Oh wow,
Lord,
a lot of turkey.
Must be the only bird they got there.
Apparently, Americans consume 46 million turkeys for Thanksgiving. 46 million turkeys.
Well, these turkeys.
How could they do it to the animals?
There's 300 million of us. So there's 300 million of us, and yeah, we all eat on 46 million turkeys. Jesus, a far cry from that first celebration. Americans now gobble up an astounding number of turkeys around the holiday these days, and throughout the year, Americans prepare 46 million turkeys for Thanksgiving alone. According to the most recent figures posted by the U.S. Egg and Poultry Association, U.S. total turkey production was tallied at 229 million birds raised annually. With U.S. consumption
the other time passing shits out for free.
Because ain't nobody buying the turkey any other time. Oh man.
I will say it's the only lunch meat I eat though.
I do some ham too, but yeah. There was no turkey at the first Thanksgiving. Historical documents reference no turkey on the menu, but there were at least 5 deer carcasses to feed the crowd with an abundant venison.
Do some venison? Anybody want a venison?
Yeah. I guess not so great for Bambi, but the Butterball hotline answers 1,000 calls a year.
For what?
Need a little help with that bird? You're far from alone. For more than 3 decades, professionally trained turkey experts receiving calls at Butterball's Turkey Talk line have answered more than 100,000 questions annually. That's wild. There's a faction for everything. The Butterball Turkey Talk line, that is crazy.
Say that fast 3 times.
I will not, sir.
What, Butterball hotline?
Nah, Butterball Turkey Hotline. Butterball's Turkey Talk line.
No, I'm cool.
Yeah. Macy's,
I was about to tempt it for y'all since I'm the comedic relief of the show and I couldn't do it.
Allegedly. Macy's used
I got a highlight reel.
So do I. Macy's used to let the balloons go at the end of the parade. In the later 1920s, Macy's had balloons at the parade, and its practice was simply to release them into the sky after the end of the event. The iconic retailer offered monetary rewards for those who discovered the balloons later. Oh shit! But how would you just come in there with some dirty rubber? I found a balloon. Some latex. What we got here? Number 11. There were no balloons at the first Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. I don't think that needs a bunch of backstory, but let me see. When it kicked off in 1924, there were only puppets, entertainers, and even animals from the Central Park Zoo who would later be eaten. No, I added that last part. Thanksgiving causes more sewer and drain clogs than any other day each year.
Raggy.
This is a Jake. This is a Jake stat right here. The day after Thanksgiving is by far for Roto-Rooters' busiest day. That's because homeowners wait until after the holiday to remedy all their issues caused by turkey grease, which congeals after being poured down the sink. Same goes for potato peelings and rice, which turn into starchy mess in the pipes. Hey, dispose of your food properly, people.
There's a smart way to do things and dumb ways to do things. Putting it down your kitchen sink is dumb. Come on, people.
If you got 330 million people, you're going to find a bunch to do both ways. That's the law of averages.
And that's the day when you can find out how many dumb people there are.
Yeah, it's most of them. Canada celebrates Thanksgiving too. Oh, Canadians also celebrate a holiday called Thanksgiving, but on a different day and for a different reason. The Canadian celebration happens on the second Monday of October every year and commemorates a feast enjoyed by English explorer Martin Frobisher and his crew after sailing successfully from England to the Canadian territory in 1578. You should have known that, Canadian.
No, I thought you said that was the Jake fact.
Nah, that was the toilet clogging. This is also a Jake fact, I guess.
Hey, and for your information, I did know that. You just didn't give me a chance to say it.
Well, we'll never know now. 8. President Roosevelt moved Thanksgiving during the Great Depression. Huh.
Really?
Yeah, even though the holiday had always been celebrated on the fourth Thursday of November, Roosevelt moved it up a week during this tenure. That added 7 more shopping days that could boost the economy during the holiday season. That date moved back again in 1942. Of course, it was money related for the war. New York also hosted the first turkey trot. The 1896 race was hosted by the local YMCA in Buffalo and included just 6 runners, only 4 of whom completed the challenge. These days, about 1,000 such events take place around the country every year. What the fuck is a turkey trot? Y'all know anything about turkey trot?
Jake?
Nope.
He meant right to Jake. Jake? Yeah, we ain't trotting turkeys down here, man. We eat them.
That'd be a white joke, wasn't it?
No, that was. I mean, I can make anything a white joke. If you really want me to, New York was the first state to officially adopt Thanksgiving. In 1817, New York became the first among several states to officially adopt the annual Thanksgiving holiday. Each state celebrated the holiday on different days. Oh, that's a fucking nightmare. Every state doing a different day. President Abraham Lincoln made it a national holiday. While Washington made the proclamation in 1789, it was actually Abraham Lincoln that made it a national holiday during his time in office. Thomas Jefferson refused to make Thanksgiving a holiday.
Of course he did.
On what pretense?
He worried the prayer associated with the holiday might violate the First Amendment. My God, he was right, though.
Yep.
The White House tradition of pardoning turkeys became official in 1989. Rick and Morty nailed this episode where they were pardoning turkeys. I don't know if you saw that shit, but it's hilarious. While other presidents did their own version of this practice, the White House has officially included this feel-good custom since 1989 when President George Bush did it. Yep, the occasion fell on the 200th anniversary of President George Washington's proclamation of a day of Thanksgiving. Ha! Son of a bitch. Jingle Bells was originally written as a Thanksgiving song.
Really?
Yeah. James Lord Pierpont wrote the song Jingle Bells, originally published in 1857, with the intention that it would be sung on Thanksgiving, not Christmas, as it is so often today. And number 1, the original the first Thanksgiving was actually a 3-day celebration. I am all for this. Let's keep it that way. 3-day celebration. So yeah, there's some fun facts about Thanksgiving. Some shit that I didn't know. There was some good stuff in there. I didn't really know that.
That ended up being a lot better than the bracket fight.
Yeah, that bracket fight was going nowhere fast. I got to think of a way to make those better.
Who y'all got for shout outs tonight?
Hey, shout out to everybody who joined the chat. We appreciate y'all. Most of all, have a wonderful, loving, warm, and yummy ass Thanksgiving with your friends and family. Do not drink and drive. Just lay your ass somewhere on someone's couch if you get wrapped up. And
Don't smoke and drive either.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that part.
Or end up in the front yard like I did one year.
Or like our earlier topic, don't do heroin. We can do all this, but what I'm saying is have a
goddamn.
Have a wonderful
Damn.
We'll fucking grab the steering wheel and went.
I mean, you can end any statement with "don't do heroin," and you're right. It's a good message.
That's just a very good abrupt end.
To got the popcorn out, yes, but also watch football. Enjoy your family. If you don't watch football, go play football. Got to run some of them calories off. We just read 3,000 calories on average. You got to move some of those. So
that part.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to the Hawks and Pacers for proving the NBA still don't got defense. Shout out to all you and your family, and shout out to the Chop Up because I was able to be here today. Tune into the Parlay Perspective tomorrow. Depending on how scheduling and holidays go, and I got a move going on. Will and Wu-Tang and I will.
He cut off, but what he was gonna say is Will and Wu-Tang and I will be doing
How to get a tap out
on Friday. Yeah,
he came back in time.
He came like I took so long to get back around to what he was saying. He just cut right back in. Ridiculous. Can't make this shit up.
Oh man,
what up, Bree? Oh man, I just want to say, hey Bree, do me a favor. Just take a snapshot of your table when you set everything down, please. Because you be throwing down, and I gotta see what the whole table look like. I gotta live vicariously through the people who are eating your food on this Thanksgiving.
Hey, I don't know what happened, but I cut out. But I hope my whole shout out got out there.
Most of it. The shout out did. The proclamation of when we're gonna do our next show did not. But I said Friday, possibly.
Yeah, we are. It's a busy holiday week from Thursday all the way to Saturday night because of the Ohio State-Michigan game, which is a household holiday in my house. So we will try to get one out to you, just depending. But yeah, so Friday, let's hope for a Friday. We'll see.
But yeah, so yeah, shout out to you fellas, man.
Shout out to you guys. Shout out to everybody that hung out with us tonight, especially what we got. We got Mama Renee, Bobby, Jesse, Chris, Unc, Sue, Marie, and Bree. If I forgot anybody, I apologize as always. But definitely appreciate y'all hanging out with the boys tonight.
He's just saying random shit. It's hilarious though. Go Michigan, free Jim. He's a fool.
Y'all have a great night. Tune in tomorrow, as Will said, for a Parlay Perspective. Other than that, peace out.
Baby Goza.
Find this podcast and others on STWF TV, the Podcasting Network, wherever you get podcasts.